players. To the top left, starting in pink, the King of Marine, starting for the Prime team.
MarineKing Prime.
He lost in the round of 32 in Code S. He lost against SOS and he lost against Curious. Curious teammate, that's who he's facing in the third round of Code A now. Starting to the bottom right of the map for Team Startail.
Startail Life.
The love child of Jim, Rayner and Kerrigan. The Swarm himself. Two very, very popular players, guys.
Yeah.
And if you are present on Twitter, definitely add both of them. MarineKing is MKPS2, in case you didn't add them just yet. And the Startail player is represented on Twitter with the ID Startail_life.
Yeah, definitely follow the two of them. You can follow the two of us at ProxyWolf and at Caldor. Tweet us about these matches. Love to see what you guys have to say about these really, really high-profile final round matches.
Especially this game. I would really like your opinion on this one, because I have to say, I personally think that Life is gonna take this game. MarineKing just seemed a little bit off lately. But on the other hand, MarineKing has been making his way into this third round. He dropped out early in Code S, so he had to play from the first round of Code A, defeating San with a 2-1, which was actually a very, very close series. And then in the second round, taking out Jungbi. The 2-0 result not really reflecting the series. It was a little bit closer than it sounds.
Yeah.
But this is his toughest challenge so far in this season.
You're absolutely right. This is going to be extremely difficult. Life, considered by most people to be the undisputed best player in the world. And MarineKing, he's been in a little bit of a slump. Yes, he did take out both of his opponents in Code A, but he's in a position now where it's not going to be very, easy to get back into Code S. Even if he loses, say, he still has a chance, but has to play in the up and downs. He's been doing not as strongly as you would expect in the team league. His entire team is actually kind of struggling in the team league this past few matches.
It's actually also funny because after the last GSL match of Startail, I went and had dinner with them. And it turns out that Life's English is actually not that bad. He's still very... he doesn't really want to talk, so he's not like a very chatty person. But I talked to him a little bit, and he understands most of what I was telling him. We barely had to use a translator, so it was really funny. He doesn't have a great English or anything, but it's good enough to communicate. Something that I never really before realized. We always banter a bit when he's in the studio, but we never really had a long conversation going, but his English is better than I thought.
Yeah, he might surprise you with that, for sure.
We were actually talking about that he wants to try in the future to write a little bit more in English on his Twitter and not resort to the Korean. So that's something that he will probably do very soon.
Yeah, would expect to see that. MarineKing is going into a triple barracks follow-up, which is kind of strange. So he goes through 3 barracks before gas, which means that he's going to have a lot of marine pressure coming out very soon. Normally, these days, most players after a command side burst will only go 1 barracks.
MarineKing is just known to be very greedy, and he wants to play it probably a little bit more safe. On a map like Aquila, I'm always curious to see what the Zerg player does. There's so many options.
That was kind of weird what Life did with his Zerglings there. He danced a little bit, ended up losing 1, but he does distract the Marines while he gets 1 SCV over here. Well, at least damages it.
Yeah. Here comes also the early engineering bay now for MarineKing, and I can't believe that the Zerglings are actually into the main base.
Ling gets into the main base, he sees the triple barracks, and, this is just so huge that he can see this. Being able to know this is so important for him. He knows a big attack is coming soon. He did not see the engineering bay, though.
I did not see that one coming. I mean, MarineKing going to the bottom, to the natural, to take down the Ling and save the SCV, that's well, but...
The dancing Ling makes sense now, It's very clear he's trying to get MarineKing's attention away from the ramp.
I can't believe that worked.
It's hard to believe, but you know what? Life is a sneaky guy, and he just sneaked right into that main base.
He saw the 3 barracks, and he goes straight for the 3rd base now. So we have him with the Lings with speed now, still trying to pick off maybe an SCV or 2, Could actually take down the Mule if he takes down SCV number 1. Runs away from the Marines. Does a little bit more damage to one of the SCVs, though. And a lot of Zerglings now being built for Startail Zerg.
Baneling Nest going up in the main base for Life. He knows the pressure is coming. He knows he needs it. Meanwhile, during all of this, he's going to take out a few SCVs. Yeah, running circles around MarineKing literally here.
And occupying him here a lot. Baneling Nest on its way. Life is going to be really aggressive with this. There's no siege tank. There are no Widow Mines. this is gonna be Live being very aggressive. I mean, once again, this guy has like the best micro and macro in the entire world. Sends Lings over. He doesn't even retreat with the Zerglings. He knows that the next wave of units will be enough.
That Marauder, you know, he packed on a few pounds, but he's not going to block this ramp. Sorry, dude.
Yeah, no way. The SCV goes in, but there's no base, no wall being built, no extra supply depot. And now suddenly all those units that MarineKing has, they will have a very warm welcome. The Zerglings moving in and surrounding them.
This was a slaughter. This game is basically over. I mean, he loses more SCVs in the main base. He lost his entire army. Life now doubling his supply at 8-minute mark.
3 bases against 2 at this point. Just now the factory finishing so late in this game. The delayed tech because of the triple barracks and this move out means no Hellions, no Hellbats, no Widow Mines, and Life is going straight into 11 Banelings now. He still has the Zerglings, and if not for a massive Baneling hit, this would be goodbye MarineKing.
Yeah, MarineKing is... He's making a Widow Mine desperately. That's all he can hope for. He has no army. That group of Marines right there, which could die from 2 Banelings, is all he can rely on. He's going to get trapped here by the Zerglings. We're going to see another slaughter.
Maybe with a perfect Widow Mine, but it's not even there yet. Bam! The Banelings taking out nearly everything, moving into the SCV line now. Zerglings everywhere. MarineKing loses just way too much, and Life has units everywhere, taking down SCVs and Marines alike.
He raises the depots, but the third one cannot go. GG!